Cometh the hour, cometh the man. Oh yes, hello everybody. Hello, hello. You have entered Ackerz Alley for, must be the second time now, because unfortunately the rest of the team is just not available. Even though we've done our very, very best to get everybody in, it's just not happened this time. So, where is everyone? Well, David, the lucky sod that he is, gave us a text about 2 hours ago with his apologies. You know, do we accept them? I don't know. But he managed to get tickets, last minute tickets, to a show he's been trying to get to for like weeks and weeks. So I said to him, obviously, no, you're not allowed to do that. But yeah, no, of course, we you know, you can't turn those down, especially when it's last minute. So yeah, of course, you know, he's off doing that. Josh, we knew probably wouldn't be here. No, he's a busy little bee at the moment. But unfortunately, Ben's been stuck at work, which is a bit of a shame. So yeah, you are left with, let's face it, the best one. But yeah, no. In all honesty, I thought about, do we go ahead? Do we have a chat or anything? It's probably be a shorter chat, but you know, we got to have a bit of fun, haven't we? Because there's something coming out next week, and it needs to be talked about before we go into it. So, first of all, thank you for joining me so much. Honestly, I can see the love in the chat already. Thank you, Baker Mar. Of course, I'm here, and I know I'm not alone. I've always got the mothers. Just hopefully not throwing shade. So what happened last week? Well, I can tell you from mine and Ben's point of view what the hell happened is that we decided just to, you know, just to head off slightly to Austria for a week, just slightly do a full week of skiing, which was friggin' amazing. And during that time as well, it was my birthday, so I turned 34 years young. So yeah, now obviously I'm well over the hill, but yes, time unfortunately flies. But my God, what a fun birthday! I was trying to sort out some photos actually to show you guys of the beers and the pizzas and the all sorts of other things that we ate. But I can promise you, it was a very, very fun time. And yeah, my God, we essentially acted like children for a week, which was awesome. Also know that Josh was possibly heading somewhere. I'm not sure if he actually did or not in the end. I didn't actually hear about that. But yeah, we were all sort of out and about really, so we was a little bit stuck as to how we could get anybody in. So yeah, thank you, Baker Ma, much appreciated, much appreciated. But I can promise you, I mean, even my family were like, hold on a minute, why you're going away for your birthday and you're not here? I'm like, yeah, so who cares? You know, you hit about 23 and you think, who cares about birthdays anymore? But honestly, it was a really wicked one. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, well, let's have a chat. Because, look, you guys, there was some episodes that went out. And I'm not saying that it was me who put them together, but I did run them, so it kind of was. Josh is going next week. There you go. Well, that will be quite interesting. Interestingly enough, I'll tell you a little bit about what might be happening there later. But yes, much needed getaway. There were some episodes. There was some. You can't hear me. Okay, let's try and turn myself up a little bit. Hopefully that's a little better. If you still can't hear me, let me know and I will try and sort things from my side. But it should hopefully be working. I will just check. Yeah, I'm back now. Cool. All right. So, ladies and feelings, you guys. So the first 2 episodes of season 3 went out, and they were a little bit chaotic. Quite fun actually to move them into 2 parts and sort of have 2 separate parts to it. The first part being more about you know, how we were going to get to the planet, and then the second part about what happened when they actually got there. And to be honest, there was a lot of crazy moments, and I'll actually show a clip in a few minutes of one of those moments, which was very, very fun. But probably some of the most interesting things that happened, Josh and his new character. He does love to spring on me literally last minute, and he said to me, I might play a new character, and then got a last minute text saying, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then, of course, creating it on the fly as we were going through. And even I wasn't quite sure what he was doing, as you could probably tell. I was like, I don't, how's he going to come at this? How's he going to do it? And, of course, Josh being Josh seamlessly just folds it into the episode. So the South African mechanic is just one of my favourites. He does have a name, but that is not for me to say. But I was told that he has a name, and Josh told me it, and I forgot it. So, but I do think it's interesting that he does actually have a name. So maybe we'll find out at some point. But of course, the episode for me was so much fun because everybody had their thing. Especially in that second half. Josh obviously decided that his mechanic also did live feeds and things like that, which was, my God, so brilliant and incredibly meta at the same time. But might be a hidden plot twist. You're making a good point there, Baker. Maybe there is a plot twist around the mechanic's name. Fair point. I will give nothing away. But it was a lot of fun to watch Josh play around with the whole idea of streaming to people and having viewers and things like that. And let's be honest, mostly streaming out what Sir Julian was doing, which was meditating. And it's the first time I can think of in an episode that I've ever seen Sir Julian completely quiet for a large portion of it, which, it was weird. It was really strange to sort of go, right, Sir Julian, do the crazy thing. And he just sat there and went, no, I'm gonna meditate, which, let's be honest, it was the crazy thing. But, it was great to watch, to be honest, and really fun to be involved in. And then, of course, David, so he had quite an interesting thing happen where he actually had to be at work at juliating. Oh, that's so good. Not meditating, it's juliating. There you go. Don't tell Ben because he will actually take that on. But I tell you what, yes, I was saying David and, of course, Virgil had such a weird sort of way of dealing with a difficult situation, which was him having to work in an office, but also being allowed to play the game, but occasionally having to take a call. And that was to slowly sort of fold in the fact that his missus, which is Elena, was calling him on the phone. And I do think that was really funny in the end. And I think we're going to we'll try and keep folding that in, because every time that happened, it made me laugh. And he always came back with a different reason for the call and stuff like that. And it was brilliant. It was brilliant. Baker Ma, you're right. Sir Julian is always plotting. He will never stop plotting. Ben often tries to have a thing for each episode. And I think that's why it's always fun to watch what he does. But the fact that everybody had a thing for this episode, especially in episode 2, would just made it so much funnier to sort of watch how each one of them went and did their own thing, but also kept, somewhat involved within the story. In fact, I'm going to show you my favourite bit, which, in fact, is a clip of the week as well. But it just makes me laugh so much that I'm going to ping it on now. So just have a quick look at this one. So, Julian, your turn. Your turn. There is a wolf about to return back to the tent. What are you doing?
Well, with my one eye open,
yep,
I see the wolf running back.
Yep.
And I think we'll call this a meditation attack. Because I'm still focused.
You mean a premeditated?
That's good.
I'm still focused on thinking about things.
Yep.
But I'm also very determined to get a good attack.
Right.
And also, the primary thing here is I'm annoyed that Lionel has, led the wolf to me.
Okay.
Because
well, that's not what's happened at all, but okay.
But I'm annoyed at Lionel.
Okay.
That's what we need to take away.
Good.
So I'm going to do something that is definitely possible. I'm going to bring up. It's called the meditation corkscrew.
Right.
And I'm like this, and I'm going to spin and then run at the wall while spinning. No, but it's coming at me, so yes. It's the spinning motion.
So what I'm imagining is you stand up and you start spinning on the spot, like your feet are just going round and round and round, and you just start walking towards the wall. Is that what's happening?
That's exactly it.
Tasmanian devil style.
But obviously,
Just slowly rotating.
Slowly getting dizzier and dizzier.
oh man, I'm getting very dizzy.
You guys, honestly, the meditation attack and the fact that Ben decided that he had to preface it, knowing what I'm like, he had to preface it by saying, "This is definitely possible." It's honestly one of the funniest things I think I've ever had to deal with, because as soon as you say something's definitely possible, I'm gonna make it happen. I mean, oh god, it just, yeah, I don't know how he does it, but he just makes things difficult for me in the funniest ways, and you've got to love it. Interestingly enough, the next episode for Lasers hasn't been filmed yet. We're going to arrange a get together on I think it's going to be the 17th most likely, where we're going to sit down. We're going to record the next couple of episodes then, which will be great. So funnily enough, Josh will probably be away on his trip at the time, but he's going to call in and we'll do it from there. And you might remember there was a previous Lasers episode in season 2 where Josh was wearing a cowboy hat, and it was the same thing. And the reason he wore the cowboy hat was to try and put us off when editing, because we couldn't actually have his face showing when we were doing the episode, because he just didn't have enough bandwidth. So if we had his video on the screen, we couldn't hear him properly, but if we removed the video, then we could hear him fine. So he did that on purpose, and yeah, it was very funny to sort of edit afterwards. I can promise you that. But yeah, so much fun. I've just got a text from David saying he's enjoying it, so there you go. It's all right. But yes, hopefully we don't have the same technical issues with Josh. But if we do, I'm sure he'll put something else on his head. So there you go. But yeah. What else? So, also within the Lasers episode, there was some new characters. I brought back Battenborough, and I've always said this to the guys, that he has never been a bad guy. He is only about, his museum and trying to improve things and stuff like that. And they hate him so much, and it's really fun to sort of be like, he's not bad. He's never even hurt any of you. He's like all he's ever done is try to stop you from robbing him, and they hate him. And it's great to have a character that is not is genuinely just trying to be a good person, and to watch your protagonist sort of deal with that with such hatred is really great fun. And of course, we brought in a few more characters as well. We had Leo McCoy, named after the Crisps. He actually was, who's heading up the expedition. He's our Australian sort of expedition head, and he's going to be. I think he's going to be sort of heading up the team that are. Along for the ride with the guys. So he's not going to be saying, right, you're coming with us, doing this, doing that. They're going to be able to lead themselves to different places. So he's, it's going to be a little more open than it has been before. It's not going to be, you're going in this direction. That's going to be really fun to sort of deal with, is not having that linear story that I normally have for these guys. It's going to be, I've come up with a fair few different ideas, and we'll see how things go. but it'd be interesting to see how they get this artifact that they're after and what they're going to do with it. But along with Leo, he has Kurt, his second in command, who, if I'm being honest with you, I thought of being a little bit as a foil to Virgil, which is why he speaks mainly in grunts. To see, Mr. Benjamin Nash, good to see you in the chat, my friend. Kurt, who's a sort of meant to be a foil for Virgil, but it could go the other way, to be honest. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen there. Either they're going to hate each other or love each other, and I can't quite work it out yet. But we'll see how that goes. But again, a really sort of fun, but not too in-depth character. We don't need to, at the moment at least, we don't know too much about him. And we'll see if that changes later on or not. And last of all, you've got Lionel. Which is, I kind of went for a Hugh Grant type character. I was originally thinking of a somebody kind of like the Rules Prospector, ooh wee ooh. But when it sort of came to it, he had so much happiness and energy about him. I just went for, British. Right, let's get this done. Come on, everybody, all in it together, kind of thing. And again, I think I really pissed them off, which is great because as soon as you put a character in front of them that annoys them, you're like, right, let's put more of this character in because it's so much fun to watch them get grumpy. It really is. Again, they've got 3 characters with them that can offer support and help, and obviously Leo and Kurt are part of this expedition, whereas Lionel he's almost like the shop, the person who can maybe offer some guidance, but also he's going to have the tools if they need to purchase anything or get hold of anything in particular, kind of like the shop that we have in at the spaceport. So they still have kind of a chance to get hold of some things that they might well need, but obviously Sir Julian is immediately going to cause problems with that and try and get hold of everything and anything. On top of that, the other thing that caused a little bit of trouble in the episode, especially with obviously Sir Julian, I knew from the very start that I wanted to strand them on Earth. It's essentially, I enjoyed Shooters and Sympathy so much that I thought I would like to do something with this idea in mind. Wait a minute. I believe I've just been joined by a man.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Everybody.
Hold the camera.
This is not correct at all. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Allow me. Now, I'm just going to have to make some changes here so that people can see you. Hold a sec.
Hello.
How are we looking? Let's see if this has worked. Has it worked? Possibly. Hey, that looks all right, kitty.
Hello.
Right. We're a little bit low. Let me just move this up a bit. But apart from that doesn't
Being
look too
attacked by
bad.
cat.
Well, yeah, that's kind of to be expected. Let's try that. There we go. Much better. Oh, gosh. Kitty. I didn't know you had a cat.
Yeah.
Hey.
I did not know about Dexter.
I genuinely had no idea.
Oh, he's on the laptop.
Oh, yeah. He's perfect.
Well,
if you end up going somewhere, then we know why.
It's just tail coming in at the moment. it's just wafting tail.
Look, can we let's be honest.
He's actively attacking the camera now.
Look, let's be honest. Can we both go and just leave Dexter on? Because that will probably get more views.
Fine. This is spectacular. I did not.
Wait a sec. Right, let's do this for a second. Does this
He's
work
moved
better?
now.
Oh,
Hello.
Hey, there he is. That's
Hello. Look at.
Well, our views have just shot up. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Pretty easy.
Yeah. Well, hello, mate. How are you?
I'm good. I'm
Good.
actually home before 10 o'clock for once. So I thought
No.
I saw you streaming solo, and I was like,
Ah, no.
let me jump in here with my little friend. There he is.
You jump in and try and save me.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
cool. Cool,
yeah.
cool, cool. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Now
Yeah.
you're getting hit by a cat.
Mhm.
That's brilliant.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
They do it on
Mhm.
purpose, mate. They know,
Yeah.
honestly. They know that they need to be centre of attention. So they're like, right, let me. Oh, there we go.
He'd
No.
certainly. There, we're back here again. We're back here again.
Oh,
I don't know
God.
what you had planned, but it's this now.
Look, it was always going to be this.
No, not that. No, careful now. We don't need to censor stuff.
Oh,
Blur it out.
dear.
Blur
Well.
it out.
Well, it's nice to have the three of us here.
It is, isn't it?
So, what have you been up to, Mr. Josh? I heard that your trip didn't go ahead in the end.
No, I got pushed by a week.
Yeah.
Because reasons.
Fair enough.
And I definitely can't explain that
Oh,
live
of
on the
course
stream.
No, absolutely not. That's fair enough.
Well, put it this way: film production reasons. You know,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
we know these things. It's like it's kind of like when we record stuff, but slightly more expensive.
Slightly.
Yeah, just by a little bit.
Yeah.
Slightly
Slightly.
more.
Yeah.
So I'm here now, and not in New York. However, I will be in New York next week. So there you go.
Yeah, that would be really fun because obviously we're trying to film on the 17th, aren't we? And I'm hoping I've already mentioned that I reckon you should put something on your head again, like you did with the cowboy hat.
I'll see what I can find. The difference this time is, I think last time we filmed on a Sunday, so I'd actually, or whatever. Oh no, I'd had like half a day to go and shop.
Ooh.
This time I won't, because it's Saturday morning, and I'll have been on set for 2 days. So maybe not.
So they're making you work whilst you're out there. Oh my god.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Oh, god, these people.
Shocking, right?
I know.
What are you gonna do to get a free trip to New York?
Yeah.
Not see any of it. That's the answer.
Well, would you like to know about my my work trip?
Yes,
that I did
please.
today?
Yes.
I went to somewhere nearly as glamorous as New York.
Oh.
I went to Milton Keynes.
Ooh, they designed based on American structures of blocks and shit. Just as soulless as some of those.
The roundabouts. I always knew it as a joke. Like everybody had always said to me, the roundabouts, Milton Keynes. But oh my god, the roundabouts! There were so many roundabouts.
I've very briefly been to Milton Keynes, by which I mean I was picked up from the station and taken to set.
Ooh.
And I do have this recollection of coming out of the station and just seeing roundabouts and being confused.
Oh my god. It was madness. Honestly, I just never seen so many roundabouts. Like, genuinely, I think I've done more roundabouts today than I've done in the past year. It's absolutely insane.
Wow.
But
that must be driving you round the bend.
Oh dear.
You are, in fact, most welcome. Most welcome.
But yeah, no, that was fun though. That was fun. Honestly, it was obviously a work thing, and I can't talk about what that was really for. But yeah, really fun to see. It would mainly to see people that I normally just talk to over the internet. So
that's weird, right?
Yeah, very strange.
I think that's going to happen with a few people that I never get to see in real life. Like, there for sure. There's people that I've been talking to for like a year or something, who I've never met outside of a little box like this that we're talking through now. Yeah, so that's going to be very weird.
It's odd, isn't it? It's the sort of I think it's one of the main sort of layovers from COVID, isn't it? That we're now getting more and more used to this, and it's weird to see people in the flesh sometimes, especially as people that you haven't seen before.
Yeah. Do you know? It's I don't know about you, but the thing that always gets me is people's height.
Yeah, right. I know.
And you're like, oh, you're taller than I expected. Oh, you're shorter than I expected.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like bigger than I expected. Oh, you're smaller than I expected.
Yeah, it is very weird, isn't it? Just to yeah, I don't think it's something you'll ever get used to, because you just people never. Also, people don't quite look the same, because you can see them in 3D as well. So
I know. Yeah, you can see a lot more of them.
Yeah, exactly. Which is
would physically walk around them if you want to.
Yeah. I was doing a lot of this. Whoa.
That is going to be like the modern greeting, isn't it? In like 2050, when nobody ever meets in real life, and when they do, it's just like, whoa, it's 3D now.
Oh god, that's so true, Bacon Mar. Without the muted backgrounds, the sort of fuzzy background. Talking of that, I was in a meeting the other day, quite an important one, and it had some people in it that, let's say they how do I put this? Essentially, there was some information on the wall behind me that they should not have been able to see, and I didn't realise for about 10 minutes until I was like, "Oh no, I haven't like fuzzed the background." So I was like, "Oh shit," almost got myself into trouble there. Whoops.
Was it as bad as when you accidentally had a cardboard cutout of Kyle behind you on purpose?
No, it was probably worse than that. There was
right.
There's I've actually had it where I've been in a meeting, and again, same sort of thing where somebody went, "Oh, I'm just reading the stuff behind you." I'm like, "Don't read it. Don't read it. It's not for you."
No.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yes, it's the modern age of like, let me check my surroundings, like a fucking spy or some shit.
Yes, that's why I've cleared the wall behind me, because apart from, well, you won't be able to see it, but I've got a picture right above my head, but that's sort of out of frame. Apart from that, there's like, oh yeah, although you can kind of see it there, yeah.
Yeah, but it's there, it's blurry.
Yeah,
I mean, even though that and blurred, you wouldn't see much.
Yeah, but I've made it so it's like blankish, so that we don't, you don't see too much. Apart from this light, obviously. But,
yes. Well, a singular lamp is okay.
Yeah, exactly.
People understand the concept of needing light.
Yeah, do they?
Yeah. I think you'll find people are brighter than you expect.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Do you know what? I'm so like continuously tired now that it just, for some reason, it brings out dad jokes from me. I don't know why. but like quite efficiently as well.
Yeah.
Because it's like snap response. Like that was quick.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, I'll give you that. I think it's maybe your sort of like body's fight response to like, I can't be bothered to actually think. So
my fight or flight response is a dad joke. Yeah. It's the secret third option.
There you go. Yeah.
Someone comes up to you just like, "Do you want some, mate? And I'm just like, I think you'll find it's dad.
I'm just
okay, son, calm down.
I'm just thinking like, there's a bear attack, and you know how they say like, fight or flight response, or you've got to be like ready to, puff yourself up, and you'll be like, bear with me.
Exactly.
Oh,
that is correct.
Yeah. Oh dear. Honestly.
Very dumb.
Right. Well, I have some work to do here, don't I?
Oh.
Yep.
Do we get an exclusivo clipo?
That wasn't quite what I was doing, but yeah, I do. I do
true.
actually have an exclusive clip which I can show. Which do you know? I'm really pleased actually that
you were doing some of L moderating.
I was. I'm so pleased. Oh yeah. I'm so pleased that somebody's here, because I worked quite hard on something, and then I was going to have to show it without any of you guys being here. And don't get me wrong, I'm pleased that chat would be able to see it, but it was, still, it's nice to have somebody from the Candela team. Maybe that gives you an idea.
Well. My.
Yes, absolutely. So, just to sort of tease it up a little bit, or tee it up.
Also works as tease it up.
Tease up, bit of both, bit of teasing, bit of teeing, cup of teeing. So the next thing that was a dad joke as well. I think we'll have to come back to that.
Such a good bit. It's such a good bit.
It's
so
good.
easy.
It is, but also it's how it just slowly comes into frame. It's perfect. It's genuinely. I was saying earlier that one of my favourite things about this episode, the Lasers episodes, was how you each had a bit. Obviously, Sir Julian with his meditating, and Virgil with his phone calls, and you with just the phone just coming in out of nowhere. Ah, Jesus Christ, man. It's so much fun to run. Yes, that was a lot of fun. Oh, it really was. It really was. Right, teasing this next bit. So the next thing that's going to be on the channel, actually the next 3 episodes, because we ended up filming quite a long episode, so we've actually cut it into 3, is something called Candela Obscura, which is something that David's been wanting to run for a little while. And, we're nice, so we indulged him. And the thing is, I didn't want to start showing you parts of the episode or giving you a teaser of the episode, because it is... I think you need to sort of watch it from the start to really get into it and understand what's going on. It's something new. It's something that needs a little bit of explanation. And to do that, in one clip is actually not the easiest thing to do. So instead, I thought maybe I will show you the intro to the episode so that you can see how each episode is going to be introduced before. Now, you've probably seen we have intro for Lasers and Feelings, with credits and stuff coming up.
Exciting.
So this is something for Candela, which is very, very similar. So allow me to tee it up, and we shall see you on the other side. Just a little something there, little teaser, little teaser. Beginning, middle, and end. But yeah,
that's very fun. I like that.
I thought so as well. Yeah. I will say I had some help from Ben. That's why it's good. He did. Oh. He was very kind to spend a good amount of time with me to make
some
that
minutes.
Really nice. Yes, absolutely, yeah. And also an idea from a friend as well, which I sort of mentioned something to him, and he said, "Oh, try this." I was like, "Oh, that's actually quite good." All right then.
You going to shout out specifically what it was?
The little bit at the start. So obviously there's some text at the start just as a warning. I do think this needs that warning because there are some things in it that are a little more. A little bit more difficult to deal with for some people, and I think that warning does need to be there.
Yeah.
But it was originally
it's a different
vibe. It's a very different vibe, absolutely. But it was originally silent, and then somebody mentioned to me, "Why not, put some eerie sort of music in there, and then a sort of a bang at the end of some sort, just to really emphasise it." I was like, "Ooh, that's interesting," and that's how that ended up coming around. So
nice.
Yeah.
Fun. Mm-hmm. We should, if you've not already done it. You showed the names involved in the episode.
I did.
I don't know if you talked about the names involved in the episode.
I have not. That was going to be my next thing. So there is a new name there. Somebody you have not seen on the channel before. It's the first time that I can remember where we've gone sort of outside of the group, isn't it? That I'm aware of, anyway. Although we'd love to get the mothers on, obviously, but bring them on. We have Cisco joining us, who he is one of the GMs over on Rollers of Fate, which is a Twitch and YouTube conglomerate, which is for some reason the only word I can think of. I don't know where that came from.
Yes, they've been slowly edging into the market for years, and through a series of mergers have created a Twitch channel.
Yes. can't think of the word. But anyway, as a conglomerate, that'll do. Yes, a group of them actually play mostly Dungeons and Dragons. I still don't know where that came from. Mostly Dungeons and Dragons.
I like it. It's fine.
But their conglomerate is quite a few of them play, and it seems to be like multiple times a week as well. That they play there. But Cisco's known David for a very long time, from the sounds of things, since sort of around or just before COVID. And as soon as sort of David mentioned, I've got somebody who would like to play with us, we sort of jumped at the opportunity because a chance to have somebody new come into the fold. It was really interesting. How did you find playing with him?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, it's interesting because I think I'll qualify this insofar as like we decided to go in a slightly different direction with Candela and make it a slightly more serious. It's still pretty silly in some places, but one particular place. Cisco's. I've watched a little bit of the Rollers of Fate, in so much as my time allows, which is not very much these days. And I think he brought the same energy to Candela, which is someone who's very much a storyteller, someone who's very dedicated to character and crafting the narrative, and that's lovely. Honestly, it's a really nice thing to have, because it's something that I think in many respects. Much as I played stupid characters as well, you've seen me fucking GM stuff and how that goes and how much time I spend, on words.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's really nice.
That's just, for some reason you said on words, and I was like, words like conglomerate.
Words like conglomerate. I know. How to say? Did enter my brain.
Yeah.
Did enter my brain. Really, really nice. And I think everyone will enjoy Cisco, and it has to be said, some fantastic facial hair.
Oh yes.
Which I shall leave you to enjoy at some point. And yeah, the story, the first circle of Candela Obscura, or the forming of it, and how that plays out with us not knowing, and me being really, really ill.
Oh god,
again.
Yeah. It always happens to you, doesn't it? Oh my god.
It's me or Ben usually.
Yeah,
this is
right.
my turn. Doesn't bode well for the 17th, does it?
But yeah, I mean, to be honest, you still really had an interesting character, and I like where you went with it. But obviously, we won't delve into that too much just yet.
Yeah.
But honestly, Candela is such a different sort of thing compared to what we normally do. I was surprised by how different it was in regards to so much more storytelling, but we still had those jokey moments, didn't we, where we had to still do the occasional stupid thing, despite the fact there was some pretty serious stuff going on, But
it's much more serious in tone, I think.
Yes,
overall,
certainly.
Yeah, and I think the original idea was that we were going to try and run it around Halloween, because obviously it's a kind of spooky, Lovecraftian type horror thing. It's a horror game, let's be honest. It's a horror game. Yeah. That's the point. And we just couldn't get around to it, basically. So now you have it now.
But I mean, that's nice as well, because it means we haven't rushed it, and we can put it out as a proper series. We're not rushing to just put out one or two episodes around Halloween. We can make it a proper thing, and I mean, it's sort of that 3 parts. There's still more to it afterwards, and I can't wait to see where it goes to next, because that's as far as we've got at the moment. And
I can't wait to play it not ill.
Yeah. Oh,
I've actually got any level of brain capacity to contribute.
Now, that is an idea.
There was a point, I don't know if you've included it in the edit, where I said, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so ill. It's not a character choice.
Yeah.
I'm just really ill.
Yeah, I think I took it out because we said we would take it out. Yeah. But yeah, I would have probably left it in if we hadn't all said, okay, we'll probably take that bit out. But no, I don't blame you, to be honest. I know you actually at the end of the third episode, I think David says, now we'll let Josh go to bed or something, which is quite funny.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
That was a rough one. Yeah.
And you managed to get through it.
Yeah. Well, it's a shame because we never got the fullest extent of like slightly delirious illness. I was just sick.
Yeah.
Whereas last time that happened and I had COVID and we played D&D and I decided to illusion myself into a decapitated
Oh yeah.
libraries. That was the last time this happened. So didn't quite go there, but
that was great.
It was a horror already. So there you go.
Yeah. I think it's there's some real interesting mechanics that I like in this game that I prefer to anything else that we've done, and I can't wait to sort of play around with those. And I mean, we did somewhat in these episodes as well, which was very fun. I mean, there's one thing in my inventory, I suppose technically, that is utterly insane and brilliant and just completely unnecessary, and I just had so much fun with it. I think I liked it because it tonally didn't fit even slightly, and I think that slightly annoyed David, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Oh, we're still us.
Oh yeah, gotta have the silly.
Much as this is it, because as I very, very slowly prepare my D&D campaign. I'm like, well, I want to have all of my story and all the cool stuff and the dramatic stuff and like the world building and all that stuff, and then I just want to leave plenty of room for people to fuck around.
Oh, yeah, you got to, here.
Because I know that that's who we are. We're just gonna fuck around, and then I want to give you characters to fuck around with and have just silly goofy time.
Yeah, well, that's half the fun of it, isn't it? Just being able to just put some characters in front of you and say, right, what are you going to do with them? You can,
100%.
Yeah, and I mean, look at what happened with Shooters and how you ran that and how much happened with all those characters. I mean, God, there was, there's so many NPCs, and we just loved all of them so much. We were so protective of them and trying to, apart from a few that stayed in the village, but it was great. It was great, and so much fun to actually play the NPCs. I think it was me and Ben, wasn't it, that's got to sort of play the NPCs.
That was just a fuck it, why not moment.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, it was
Don't think I'll do that in D&D because it's a slightly different consideration.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that was a lot of fun.
It really was.
Yeah,
it really was. Yeah.
We'll get there. I have such ideas. The first, I know, I've taken to walking. So I work in sort of eastish, just kind of northeast of the river. And I've taken I've taken to not being able to speak English anymore. I've taken to walking quite a lot in the mornings, so because obviously, I mean, fucking central London in commuter hours is just disgusting on the tube.
Yeah.
So I've taken to walking for half an hour from London Bridge to where I work,
and
it's nice because it's right down the bank of the river, and it's a really nice thinking time where I can be like, oh, that's an interesting idea. I wonder how that would play out. Okay. What if I do this? Ah, that's a cool idea. And then I'm just there kind of building characters in my head for D&D as I'm walking along. And then forgetting half of it because I get to work and have to work. But some stuff sticks, and I've got... Yeah, I think I'm hoping to do something that's both very familiar and unlike anything that we've done.
Cool. That sounds interesting, because the thing is that your mind works differently to anyone else in the world. So I just can't wait to see what you come up with, because I know what you could do. So
I want to Yeah, I have many ideas. I need to do some technological things as well, because there's certain things that I want to try just with tech stuff.
Sure.
That I think will be cool. But that requires me to have any available time.
Yeah.
Which I do not.
Yeah.
However, it does edge closer.
There you go.
It does edge closer.
There you go. Hey, Superstay in the chat. How we doing? Hope you're good. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I think I was sort of saying earlier that I think the next laser is going to be fun as well, because I think it's the first time where I'm trying to make things just a little more open and see where you guys go with it, and the horror of what that's going to end up being. But I've
gonna roll with it.
Oh yeah, of course, as always. But I've done something pretty similar to you. I don't do a lot of walking, because where I work is like very far across London, so I can't do that. But on the tubes, I do sort of sit down and think, right, how am I going to deal with this? How am I going to do that? What about this idea and things like that? Even if it's just like the start of a concept, I'll just write down notes on my phone, just write something down and be like, that's interesting. Okay, we could do something here, we could do something there. And, what if you wander off into this area? What happens there? And yeah, I cannot wait to see what you guys do when we record, because
it's fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, yeah, I think I'm going to be in a very strange place, like sleeping wise, at that stage, because just all over the fucking shop. So that could be interesting. That often leads to interesting situations.
So ill and tired is
ill and tired. I hope I'm not ill. That would be really shit.
Oh god.
Particularly in America.
Yeah.
That would be the worst place to get ill.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah.
No, absolutely not. But like, yeah, it's really fun, and the new character, which came out of absolutely nothing, I really love so much, and I can't wait to like go a bit further into that.
Yeah.
And then also, you have kind of shootered it. You've put us in an empty place and gone like, off you go.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be. I'm just looking forward to you guys finding something even I don't know is properly there. It's the thing I enjoy the most about lasers, is being like for example, the dog Rufus. He wasn't there. He wasn't there to begin with. He didn't
Rufus
exist.
Hound.
But Rufus Hound. Yeah. But Ben said, "Oh, what's in the crates?" And I came up with some boring stuff, and I was like, what would be cool?
And
let's put a dog. Yeah, and of course, that becomes everybody's best friend straight away, especially Virgil's. So all of a sudden,
pets are dangerous.
Yeah.
As we've proven today already.
Yeah, exactly. The most fun is not fun, but hold on. Let me make sure I preface this before the out of context clip comes out of this, which is it's really fun to watch your reaction when I do things to characters that you actually quite like. So, for example, when I injured the dog, and Virgil,
you can still clip that.
Yeah, I know.
You can still clip that.
It was so funny to watch, particularly Virgil. But everybody being like, you hurt the dog. It's not real. It's fine. Or is it? But yeah, it's really
Never seen that dog again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's going to turn up in more episodes. Don't worry. He'll be there. He'll be in peril a lot more.
Yes, Super Steve, I am off to the United States of America again, and we'll be doing the exact same thing, recording an episode. What was it last time? Was it lasers last time?
It was lasers, I think. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
we're literally doing the same thing again.
Same thing again. There you go.
Exact same thing again.
Yeah.
I'm going to the US and I'm going to record Lasers and Feelings whilst being in a different time zone.
There you go.
Just the 5 hours this time, actually. That's fine.
Just the 5 hours,
6.
actually. Yeah.
It's the 5 hours, actually.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Tobias is back.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Do you know what? I wouldn't put it past you.
I have thought about bringing him across at some point. Tiberius.
Oh god, he's such a good character. Maybe
But I like it's just nice in a little pocket. Somehow.
Yeah, I think maybe.
Also, he is death. So
yeah,
he's not
that's
death.
true. That's true.
Tell a lie, he's not death. He's a farmer.
Yeah.
So it's like, how can you? And we've canoned it. He's definitely not death. He's a farmer, but definitely death. So how do you fit that into a universe without just immediately breaking it because he's some sort of fucking immortal god creature?
Yeah, exactly.
Who's also a farmer.
Yeah, I mean, we will have to revisit that pocket universe at some point because my god, it's so much fun running that episode. Jesus, honestly.
The improv episode, yeah.
Yeah.
Tiberius, another of my characters who came out of nothing, basically.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah. Tiberius.
Maybe I should just always do that. Maybe I should just always fucking do that.
It's the greatest name. Tiberius Relish. Jesus Christ.
Maybe I need to bring him into the D&D campaign somewhere.
Oh, yes. Amazing.
Just have him as like an all-universe god.
Oh, well, there you go. If you need like a narrator or something. Well,
I'll slip him in there somewhere. It's fine. I'm off to New York, Steve.
That's all right, isn't it? Oh, lovely.
I know, cheeky, very cheeky. And then I'm be doing like 12-hour shoot days, so that's less cheeky and more exhausting.
Yeah. And then playing stupid games with us as well. Sorry about that.
Playing stupid games with you, yeah. Go try and do some tourist stuff, but like non-zero chance that I'm just absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah. Oh, well, I'll take it easy on you then.
No, it's fine.
No,
we gotta bring back.
Yeah, too right, mate. Absolutely.
And the Twitch stream thing, which came mid-episode.
Oh, brilliant, mate.
Easy stream, yeah.
So
fantastic.
good. So good. Right. Well, I have to go and do other things.
Unbelievable.
I know, right? I know. Annoyingly, I have shopping coming tomorrow, and I haven't worked out what is in the shop, so I have to go and do that now. So,
well.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but I would like to leave you with one more thing, which is the next chat episode, which will probably not take place on a Thursday. We're going to try and get Cisco. God, what is wrong with my head today? I'm going to try and get Cisco in on it, but unfortunately he's not available on Thursday, so we're thinking possibly a Saturday. We'll let you know as soon as we've sort of worked everything out, so you might well have a Saturday chat episode somewhere.
Saturday Chatterday. Shit!
Very nice.
Turns out,
yeah,
we've now made a brand.
There you go. But before that, you have three Candela Obscura episodes with a very cool open to them.
Are you going to share it again at the end of the episode?
I could share it again. I could.
Yeah, I feel like that's the outro, no?
I think so.
The ironic outro, which is the intro or something.
Yeah. I'll share it again right at the end there. But yes, do keep an eye out. I'll put something probably like we'll put it in the chat or message at the end just to sort of let you know what's going on in regards to that. In regards to the chat date, and then hopefully after that probably some more lasers, so we'll sort of see what's happening on the series that I have named Pale Earth, see what's happening down there, and whether Josh has gotten over his time zone issues, shall we say.
Could be very interesting indeed.
Yes.
Could be very interesting indeed.
Absolutely.
I don't even remember what time we said we're recording and what that equates to.
I think it was 12 o'clock. Because...
So 7 a.m.
Talking of that, sorry, the 17th, just so in case anybody wants to see some stupidity, on the 17th, so the same day that we're going to be recording in the evening, I think it's going to be about 5:30, David's doing a Twitch stream for his own gaming channel, Zonated Cornet. And it's his 4-year Twitch anniversary. I know.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. And
we're on. Wait.
Yeah, we can't be that far behind. I think we're on 3.5 years now, maybe a bit
also
more.
Our 4th year.
Yeah.
We're not 4 years yet, but this is the 4th year.
Yeah. Oh,
what
yeah.
The shit?
I know, right? Scary.
Does that mean it's been 4 years since the oranges?
Yeah.
Bouncing oranges?
Jiggling away.
Jiggling oranges, that's it. I was like, what's the word?
I've probably still got that.
Conglomerate oranges?
I've probably still got that video teed up, somewhere. the jiggling oranges one. I had it ready for this anniversary. Anyway, yes, if you want to see some stupidity, I'm going to be joining David, Mr. Zonated, over on his channel, and we have agreed to do shots. Yeah, and I don't quite know how many yet. He hasn't given me a number of how many shots, but it sounds like it's not going to be a small amount.
That means something else in America.
Oh, fair point. Yes, yeah. We are talking the drink, not the other thing. So it's going to be that could end up being quite an interesting evening. But we're going to be playing Dead by Daylight, which I played over there a couple of times, which is quite fun. But yeah. But it should be.
I gave up.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's a tough one. I'm terrible at it, but it makes me laugh being so bad.
I used to play. I mean, we're delaying the end as we always do.
Yeah, of course.
We used to play a lot. I don't even know. Yeah, there you go. Oh, the pain of that game.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
You see, we used to play a lot. We actually got quite good. Steve was way better than me. Got to very high. What is it now? Is it still in the prestige things where it's like prestige levels or something like that? I don't know. But I'd got to 3rd or 4th highest level or something like that. I never got that high, but yeah.
Well,
then it was just no.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's definitely not my favorite game, but it's really fun to have 3 other players, because a couple of other people will join David as well from his that's usually in his chat, and it's really fun to have 3 players who are actually quite good at the game and have them carry me throughout the entire thing. So,
yes.
which is great
in that game.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you can actually do that. So yeah. So that's great. That's great. So basically watch me get carried through the game, and also possibly get very, very drunk if you fancy it. That's on the 17th.
Same time? Shots and
yes.
Dead by Daylight?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, that's big.
It's going to get very fuzzy. Anyway, yeah, that's 17th. But it's going to be roughly about 5:30. We'll sort of work out exact times, but something like that if you fancy it. Anywho, next week, next Thursday, keep an eye out for the first episode of Candela Obscura. That's the 15th, Thursday the 15th, so only a week. I'm really excited for you guys to see it. It's so good, and it is so mental. But it's going to be a fun one. And with that, we bid you adieu. And one more chance to see the opening of the closing. No, the opening of the Candela Obscura. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.